The arena buzzed with a primal energy, a living pulse of thousands of voices blending into a roar that shook the rafters. Spotlights cut through the haze, illuminating the ring's stark canvas where two men stood poised to etch their names into boxing history. In one corner, Calebplant, the former world champion, radiated a quiet menace. His lean frame moved with the precision of a metronome, shadowboxing in sharp bursts, his eyes fixed on an invisible point beyond the chaos. His reputation as a master technician preceded him, each jab a calculated strike, each step a deliberate angle. Across the ring, Armando Resendiz embodied raw hunger. Broad-shouldered, with a jaw carved from granite, he bounced on his toes, his gaze locked on Plant with the intensity of a predator. The underdog's energy was electric, a man with everything to prove and nothing to lose. The crowd felt the weight of the moment. This wasn't just a fight. It was a collision of wills, a crucible where one man's dream would rise and another's would crumble. The announcer's voice thundered, names echoing through the arena, and the air tightened, heavy with the promise of violence. Every punch tonight would carry the weight of destiny. The bell's sharp clang shattered the tension, and the fight erupted. Plant glided to the center, his stance a textbook study in control, his jabs snapping out like a viper's tongue. It was a warning, a declaration of his speed and precision. Resendiz, unfazed, stalked forward, his heavy footsteps reverberating against the canvas. He threw a looping right hand, testing Plant's reflexes, only to meet air as the former champion slipped the punch with a subtle tilt of his head. The crowd roared, sensing the chess match unfolding. Plant's footwork was a ballet of angles, keeping Resendiz at the end of his punches, but the underdog's aggression was relentless. He fired a thudding body shot that caught Plant low, drawing. A fleeting grimace, and the arena surged to life. Plant answered with a crisp combination, a jab followed by a straight right that reddened Resendiz's cheek. The first round was a clash of styles. Plant's surgical precision against Resendiz's raw, unyielding power. As the bell rang, they retreated to their corners, eyes locked in a silent vow to break the other. Round 2 exploded with renewed ferocity. Plant doubled his jab, each punch a metronome dictating the fight's rhythm, controlling distance with surgical intent. Resendiz, however, refused to be tamed, his broad frame absorbing the blows as he closed the gap. He unleashed a vicious left hook that grazed Plant's temple, sending a ripple of gasps through the crowd. Plant's composure held, but the message was clear. Resendiz was no mere contender. His pressure was suffocating, forcing Plant into tighter quarters where precision could falter. A sudden exchange in the center saw Resendiz land a clean uppercut, snapping Plant's head back, and the arena erupted. Plant countered with a blistering 3-punch combination, his hands a blur, each shot landing with a crack that echoed. The round ended with both men trading blows, sweat flying under the spotlights, the crowd feeding off their refusal to yield. The third round deepened the drama. Plant's technical brilliance shone, his footwork creating angles that left Resendiz swinging at shadows. A double jab followed by a right cross caught Resendiz flush, his head rocking back, but the underdog answered with a body shot that thudded like a bass drum. Resendiz's resilience was undeniable, his fists churning even as Plant's precision carved red welts across his face. The fourth saw Resendiz lean into his power, landing a looping right that staggered Plant for a heartbeat. The former champion's eyes narrowed, and he responded with a flurry of punches, each one a defiant statement. The crowd was on its feet, the noise a living entity, urging both men to push beyond their limits. By the fifth, fatigue began to whisper, though neither man dared show it. Plant's jabs remained sharp, but Resendiz's pressure was unrelenting. His hooks and uppercuts carrying the weight of a man with nothing to lose. A brutal exchange saw Plant slip a right hand and counter with a left hook that caught Resendiz on the jaw, his knees dipping slightly. The crowd sensed blood, but Resendiz roared back, landing a thudding body shot that forced Plant to clinch. The referee parted them, and the round ended with a stare down that spoke of mutual respect and unyielding resolve. The sixth round was a turning point. Plant, sensing Resendiz's momentum, leaned on his experience, using lateral movement to frustrate the younger fighter. His jabs piled up, each one a point scored, but Resendiz's hunger was insatiable. He caught Plant with a straight right, the impact reverberating through the arena, and for a moment, Plant's guard wavered. The underdog surged, unloading a barrage of punches, each one a gamble to end the fight. Plant weathered the storm, his defense a masterclass, slipping and weaving through the onslaught. He answered with a counter right that snapped Resendiz's head back, a reminder of his own danger. The bell rang, and the crowd exhaled, drained by the intensity. The seventh was a war of attrition. Plant's precision remained a constant, his. Punches painting Resendiz's face with bruises, but the underdog's heart refused to break. Resendiz landed a crushing left hook that rocked Plant, his legs wobbling for a split second, and the arena exploded, sensing an upset. Plant's resolve held firm. He clinched, buying time, then fired back with a combination that forced Resendiz to retreat. The eighth saw both men dig deeper, their faces etched with exhaustion, but their spirits unyielding. Plant's footwork kept him a step ahead, but Resendiz's power shots kept the threat alive, each punch a roll of the dice. The ninth round was a testament to their endurance. Plant's jabs continued to dictate, but Resendiz's aggression never waned. A brutal body shot from the underdog forced Plant to reset, his breath heavy, but he answered with a pinpoint uppercut that froze Resendiz for a moment. The crowd was delirious, the noise a wall of sound as both men traded blows in the center of the ring. The 10th was a masterpiece of drama, with Resendiz, bloodied but unbroken, charging forward with reckless abandon. Plant, ever the tactician, picked his shots, landing a vicious right cross that staggered Resendiz. Sweat and blood mingled, each punch a testament to their refusal to quit. The 11th was no less brutal. Resendiz's body shots tested Plant's endurance, while Plant's counters tested Resendiz's chin. A looping right from Resendiz grazed Plant's jaw, but the former champion answered with a combination that rocked the underdog. The final round loomed, and the arena held its breath, knowing history was being written. The 12th was a crescendo, a fitting end to a battle that had captivated every soul in attendance. Plant, his face swollen but his focus razor-sharp, leaned on his jab, keeping Resendiz at bay. The underdog, sensing his chance slipping, threw everything into his punches, each one a desperate bid for glory. A thunderous right hand from Resendiz clipped Plant's chin, but the former champion answered with a three-punch combination that staggered the younger fighter. The final minute was a blur of motion, both men emptying their tanks, their fists flying until the bell's sharp toll ended the onslaught. The crowd stood as one, their cheers a tribute to the heart displayed in the ring. Plant and Resendiz stood, in their corners, chests heaving, faces battered but proud. The judge's decision loomed, but the outcome felt almost secondary to the spectacle. When the announcer declared Plant the victor by a razor-thin margin, the arena erupted, though. Resendiz's effort earned a roar of respect. The fighters embraced, a fleeting moment of camaraderie forged in sweat and blood, their rivalry now a shared legend dot as the lights dimmed and the crowd dispersed. The ring stood empty, a silent witness to a fight that would echo for years. Plant's precision had won the night, but Resendiz's heart had made it a battle for the ages. Every punch had told a story of resilience, ambition, and the unrelenting pursuit of greatness. The night had delivered a clash that redefined what it meant. To leave everything in the ring, a testament to the fire that burns in those who dare to step into the squared circle.